Hey, what is up guys, Moon360 is here presenting you with my full in-depth review of the LG G4, so without further ado, let's jump right in. So after spending about a week with the G4, my overall experience with the device is very positive and it lived up to LG's See the Great and Feel the Great slogan. G4 is LG's flagship device for 2015, and it seems what worked in the last two generations of the G series have come to stick around and join together to create this new phone. Although the dimensions of the G4 is comparable to most other phablets out there, it's the subtle curve inspired by the G Flex series that makes the device very manageable in the hand and also comfortable to hold. The phone is still pretty big for me, but one-handed use is still very possible. The sides of the G4 has been treated with a glossy coating. Although it's a little slippery, it's a very nice touch to improve the in-hand feel. Aside from that slight curve, the G4 mostly retained the design language of its predecessors. We have our usual suspects, such as the micro USB port, which does support Qualcomm Quick Charge 2.0 technology as later confirmed by LG, microphone hole, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. It would have been nice if LG had included front-firing speakers, but this mono speaker on the back gets the job done and is reasonable in terms of sound quality and volume. Both spines of the G4 are clean thanks to LG's signature rear-facing buttons. On the G4, it's easier than ever before to distinguish between the power button and the volume rockers, as the controls are treated with very different materials, which is why I have absolutely no problems. And ever since using them on the G2, I've liked them more and more, since that's where my index finger would naturally rest. Moving upwards, we have the 16-megapixel camera with the optical image stabilization 2.0 in between the laser autofocus and the LED flash with the color spectrum sensor. The back cover is removable, not only for customization with LG's other back covers, but it also contains the 3000 mAh battery, and surprisingly, the battery is removable, unlike many other flagships. The G4 also supports microSD expansion up to 2 TB on top of the 32 GB of internal storage. Now, the actual usefulness of these features can be debated due to the quick charging technology and the wide availability of portable chargers, and on the storage side of things, most people are quite satisfied with cloud storage services like Google Drive, and by the way, you do get 100 GB of free Google Drive space for 2 years with the purchase of the G4, and as part of LG's push to encourage you to use an extra battery and expandable storage, LG is giving away a free 32 GB microSD card, an extra battery, and also a battery charging cradle for all new purchases of the G4. All you have to do to take advantage of this offer is to fill out an online form and submit the necessary documentation. Overall, I think the G4 has a very attractive design and definitely feels like a premium flagship phone. The G4 has a 1440p Quad HD Quantum IPS display with a resolution of 2560 by 1440 and a pixel density of 534 pixels per inch. So the bottom line is the display is extremely sharp and vibrant. It's bright and the colors are very accurate, and this device is hands down one of the best displays ever for a smartphone. The LG G4 is running the latest and greatest version of Android 5.1 Lollipop, but of course it's running under LG's UX 4.0 UI. Overall, LG's skin has ran very smoothly and fast for me. I've had no hiccups with it so far, and that just shows LG has optimized the software very well. Some of the notable features of LG's skin include Smart Notice, which gives you periodic weather updates, Smart Bulletin, which curates information from apps such as LG Health, the calendar, and music to give you a one-stop shop for all your needs, Quick Memo, which allows you to take screenshots, draw, and take notes. Another one of my favorite features is Double Tap to Wake, and Knock Code, which allows you to unlock your device with a series of taps. LG's UI is probably one of the most customizable one in the industry. You can rearrange the on-screen buttons and add 2 additional buttons for a total of 5 touch buttons, and having the ability to do that is very nice. You can also change the image of app icons with LG's icon gallery, or you can add your own. Perhaps the most convenient offering in LG's UI is the ability to adjust the keyboard height so you can find the most appropriate size to match your typing style. Dual Window is also on board and allows you to display 2 apps simultaneously. I just wish there's more apps that support it. A new feature offered with the G4 is called Glance View, and with a simple swipe it gives you a quick glance at the time and notifications without having to turn on the display to save battery life. These are just a few of the many useful features on LG's skin, in my opinion. So overall, I am very satisfied with LG's skin since it doesn't affect performance and adds a few advantageous features. The G4 runs like a beast and is very snappy even without the Snapdragon A10 processor. It's no joke when it comes to performance. The hexa-core Snapdragon 808 with 3 gigs of RAM breezes through everything I've thrown at it, whether it's video, web browsing, or gaming. No delays whatsoever, and multitasking is absolutely fantastic on this device as well. Overall, I'm personally very satisfied with the performance of this device, and so if you're a power-hungry user running the most intensive applications, look no further than the LG G4. And of course, the feature that is spearheading LG's advertisement campaign is the camera. Both the 8 megapixel front-facing and rear 16 megapixel cameras are great sensors. Scientific terminology aside, the camera is absolutely amazing, and it's one of the best cameras we've ever seen in a smartphone. Though whether or not it'll replace your DSLR is up for debate, the quality of the camera is excellent. Images taken are sharp with great detail and contrast and contain very accurate colors. The camera interface itself is also very clean, with 3 different viewfinders: simple, auto, and manual. Manual mode gives you the ultimate control over things such as white balance, manual focus, ISO, shutter speed, and LG even included a histogram, while auto mode allows the user to simply just tap and shoot. The camera does shoot 4K video and also has a built-in mode for slow motion recording. Overall, a fabulous camera that is definitely setting the standard for mobile photography. For more photo and video samples, please click on the annotation to check out my LG G4 camera test. Battery life on the G4 is average, which is understandable since the G4 has to push a lot of pixels, and usually I can get about 12 hours on a single charge with moderate usage, so it'll definitely get you through a day well before running out of juice. Call quality is very solid on H2O wireless, which runs on AT&t's network, and I can hear the person on the other end clearly, but I just wish the earpiece was a little louder and less muffled. And of course, the G4, being a flagship device, supports NFC, 4G LTE, Bluetooth Low Energy, and a whole host of other connectivity standards. The only other feature I wish it had was Qi wireless charging out of the box, but you can still get it on here with accessories. The G4 will be available on most major US carriers, including Verizon, AT&t, and T-Mobile in the first week of June, and the pricing scheme is expected to be the same with other flagship devices. Overall, the LG G4 brings a lot to the table in terms of functionality and performance. It has a killer camera backed up by yet another iteration of Android and a body that remains recognizable and unique due to LG's signature design language. If what are missing in other flagships kept you from buying them, the G4 might just be the phone you're looking for. It isn't a revolutionary upgrade over the previous G3, but then again, plenty of other flagships this year haven't been either. So if you want something unique, the G4 is among the best choices you have to date, with expansion options and a removable battery to sweeten the deal. Thank you for watching this video. Are you planning on getting the G4? I would love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Take care, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.